incredible race. Well done, Scott. Congratulations. Third place in the 2019 UTMB.
Now you've pinned your name on the top of the New Zealand runners. Congratulations. And wish you all the best for the future that we hope will be bright for you. Congratulations again.
Yes, this will be my fifth time running UTMB and done the CCC once last year in 2021. And yeah, so this will be my fifth time. Had a range of different results at UTMB. Yeah, a couple of good ones, a couple of not so good ones, but that's just UTMB. You know, there's no guarantees when you're standing on that start line that you're gonna finish, and there's definitely no guarantees that you're gonna perform.
If you want to know where you sit in the world stage of trail running, UTMB will give you the answer.
It's 105 miles, 10,000 metres of elevation gain. The race starts at 5:30 in the evening, and so you really get to find out what you're made of.
So the desire to get to the top is huge for any athlete at that elite level, and some get to experience it, and most probably won't. But they keep going back.
I've been doing the sport of ultramarathon running for a wee while now, and I've had multiple Julys before the big August, and I've had multiple starts to seasons, and I've had multiple races and everything, but yeah, this year feels different, and I don't want to say like I can't wait for the pain and the suffering and the hurt, but it's like I kind of can't wait for that, you know, like it's kind of weird to think that I'm looking forward to like suffering for, you know, 20 hours or thereabouts, but if I can cross that finish line, it's just like, what's 20 hours, you know, doesn't matter, you've done it, you know, it's, yeah. No, I didn't go to plan. Yeah, not even close. Like, fuck. Yeah, I don't know, just fucking gutted. Yeah.
Kia ora guys, good morning, how you going? Friday the 1st of July, roughly 8 weeks until UTMB. Not long to go until the big dance now. Getting my long run in done today. Going to be about 35k, similar to last weekend's long run, about 1700 metres of climbing. Absolutely beautiful day here in Christchurch today, which is a pretty cold start. As you can see, just up here, across there in the distance, Mount Herbert. A wee bit of snow overnight, so definitely a cold one this morning.
So 90 McDonald's Youth Duathlon 97, 5th place as a 10-year-old. In 1998, we've upgraded to 1st place. 1999, 1st place. Year 2000, 1st place. Jesus, a wee while ago now.
Hey, intermediate, Shirley boys first.
Oh, I thought
And squash.
Chesneywood squash champion.
And triathlon. Shirley boys high. Oh, you got second.
Chesneywood intermediate squash champion. Don't worry about UTMB.
Yeah.
Squash champ.
There was 6 people in the mini, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I see UTMB this year as like an opportunity just to show, the work I've been putting in, and not just over the last sort of couple of months or not just this season. Like I feel like it's for me, like UTMB is a race now where I can show what I've been working on for the last 10 years of my career. August 26, it's a showdown. Like that's when it's all going to be all coming together and the chance to shine. So it's going to be good.
I think his first year there he'd got 60th, and then he got 11th another year. We now know history that he got 3rd at UTMB in 2019 and then CCC last year in 2021. So, and I think he's gained the confidence that he now knows he can compete on the world stage, and that's a big, massive plus into the confidence banks going forward.
Scotty was always really good at training for something. It's almost like training doesn't seem hard work for him. It's just all part of the process, and then of course, you put the training in and hopefully you achieve the goals. So he was always and is now good at training, and I think that's what makes him, such a good athlete.
He's got the belief he can do it. And as each race or year has gone by, and with his level of training and successes that he's had, like I say, he'll admit he's still looking for the perfect race. It doesn't mean to say that you were first, it just means that, yes, that's one of my perfect races, and regardless of what the outcome was. And so I think that's what drives him to pursue to be the best.
So we've got Mont Blanc behind me here. Crazy to sort of think and see how big it is. Even I've been here so many times. Just the scale of Mont Blanc and the whole of the Mont Blanc Massif is just incredible. And to think the UTMB race travels 170k around this massive mountain is just it's incredible to think. And to get to run in such a beautiful place as well is just super special. So it's it's going to be pretty cool. So this next session I'm going to be running from Les Ouches through to Le Contamine. So it's kind of a weird section. You sort of past all of the excitement of Chamonix and leaving town, and then now you start kind of the first climb of the race. And so the last few times I've done UTMB, this section is quite runnable. It's a sort of a section that I don't sort of love so much, and so I wanted to save this last long run here to do the section today. It's kind of a section where you're heading into the night time as well, and so there's a lot of stuff sort of happening and changing in the race. Things are starting to kind of settle down. You're sort of settling into positions as well, and so for me as well today, just about getting a feel for race pace, that kind of thing. So today the plan ideally is to run from Les Ouches through to Le Contamine in around about 2 hours 15 give or take, and just get a feel for how that feels, and we'll see how we go. just under 23k in 209 with 1300 vert, so yeah, no, it's good. I think race day I need to be about 2:15 to here, so yeah, anything between 2:15 2:20 is good, so yeah, 209 feeling pretty good, pretty happy. So UTMB is just a type of race that it's I don't know, like it just because of how dynamic it is and because of how many elements make up a good race, it just means it's just such a fine line between a good race at UTMB and a bad race. And like, I mean, 2014, my first time when I was here, like that was just absolutely horrendous. Like, I remember it was raining on the start line, it was cold. Yeah, I'll never forget like the post-race shower after UTMB in 2014. Like, it was just like chafe in places I didn't know you could chafe. Like, I lost 8 out of 10 toenails from that one race. I was just destroyed. Like, and that's why I didn't come back to UTMB for a few years, because I was just like, then this 100-mile thing's not me. You know, like if that's what it is, then I don't want it. ...2019 was unreal. Like, I'll just like, from Le Chapeau at 50k to the finish, that was probably collectively the best 15-16 hours running in my life. Like, it was just, man, it was unreal. Like, just like leaving Le Chapeau after having the first 50k having not gone well, and then all of a sudden, you know, like, and it was literally the sciatica pain that I'd had just went, as it does do with neural kind of pain. And then it was just literally like looking up and seeing a head torch and going, all right, you're next. Seeing another head torch, right, you're next. And, you know, I went from 41st place at 50k, and then at 85k I was in 10th. And I literally felt unstoppable. It was just like, man, this is the runner's high, and this is it, you know, like, it was just incredible. And then it's like my legs were just asking for more, you know, like I was just climbing, and if I wanted to turn up on the heat, push on the pace, I could, you know, like anything that I wanted to give my legs that day from 50k on, you know. And yes, and then literally from Courmayeur climbed up to Refuge Baton. By the time I got to Refuge Baton, it's one climb, it's about 6k, I was all of a sudden in 5th place. And and then, I mean, the finish line, like running down the finishing chute with Sienna, like, like nothing will ever take away that moment. That was just, you know, to get on the podium of UTMB and to be able to share that with Sienna was like, man, it was just unreal. You know, to finally have a performance where I was like, whilst it wasn't perfect, it was, you know, I just got on the podium of UTMB, you know, like, yeah, it was awesome, like.
Turn right.
Turn right.
So where are we at today?
So we are cruising through to Champaillac. So yeah, Champaillac's 125k into UTMB. And yeah, so we've just done a massive long downhill from Grand Colferet down into Champaillac. And yeah, Champaillac's big beautiful lake, and yeah, one of the major aid stations. And yeah, from there is basically we start the 3 big climbs. Yeah, out of Champaillac and down into Triant, and then yeah, carry on from there. Oh, so today's just a bit of a shakeout after yesterday's last longer run, and yeah, good chance to get out on the course today and see the climb out of Champaillac, and yeah, also running with Paul will be good. So yeah, it's always good to catch up and run with Power. Like, yeah, it's fun running with good mates and stuff, and yeah, especially this close to UTMB, it's kind of cool to, you know,
go for a run and chat a bit about the race. And so it's just, there's always a bit of a difference training with mates when you're preparing for UTMB, because I don't know, everyone's trying to get to their best form and to, be training well and feeling good, and it's sort of, you enjoy it and all that, but then, come race day, at the end of the day, we're fighting against each other, and it's kind of a weird balance between, you want your mates to do well, but then also you want to beat your mates as well, because only one person can get first, so it's it's definitely a weird balance, but it's fun, I don't know, I enjoy it, and I think that's probably one of the more enjoyable things about trail running is like the nature of the sport and just the community, and just being able to train with all my mates who have different sponsors and they're from different countries and all that kind of stuff, and then we're sort of all brought together with the sport of trail running, which is pretty cool.
So I think that Scotty Hawker is a good trail running because he loves the trail running. He always push to the finish, and he is always training to improve the level. And he is really human, and that's important. When you meet, for example, Scotty, you don't see a sport athlete like with the ego. No, he is human. He's normal. He's like us, and you can talk about what you want, not only running, and this is perfect when you want to have friends. When I went to Kenya last year in Iten, I went there to train with the best athletes in asphalt, and they train always together in a group of 50 people, 60 people, and I asked them, why you train together if you know that maybe only one of you will be professional, will win? And they say, because if we train together, some of us will win. If not, maybe nobody will win. And this some of us can be me, and that's why they train together. And that's why it's important, if you train with a good friend that can win the race, they will help you to win too. And that's why if you train, you push together to finish in front. Maybe Scotty Hawker can win, maybe me can win, but if we help together, maybe we will be in front.
I know what I need to do. I know how prepared I am, and I know how fit I am, and I know what time I can run. And as long as I do that, at the end of the day, that's all I can ask for. Like I can't control how fast any of the other guys are going to run. Like I can't control how fast Killian's going to run, or Jim, or Powell, or Hunters, or Tebow, any of these guys. And so, at the end of the day, like if I run my best race and run X time, then that's all I can do. And if that gets me the result of my dreams, then amazing. And if it doesn't, then that's life. It's all part of it.
It's a steep climb, right?
Yeah, really steep, yeah. And then across the top.
Oh, this is
That's the real technical bit. Across to Tiravant.
worst part.
And then the last downhill is from Refuge Flagere, and then we come down through the forest through to Rosier,
Yes, France,
and then all the way down through the forest into the outskirts of Chamonix, through Le Prat, and then finish in Chamonix.
Last year it was crazy how easy and how relaxed he was throughout the race. It was felt almost like a training run. So I hope this year it will be similar, that he can race the first 15 hours maybe easy, and then push hard the last 5 hours. I think that's the race strategy. Yeah. A podium finish in this race would be a legendary result. Yeah.
So I got social guns in. Yeah, I normally try and sleep in as long as I can. Obviously, I'm not going to get much sleep from 6 o'clock tonight. But yeah, no, just try and sleep in as long as I can, and yeah, I mean everything's ready, everything's organised, so there's not really any organisation to do, but yeah, probably just timing of meals is probably important, just making sure that I'm eating at the right times based off race time, and then yeah, as far as what I'm eating, I'm just eating the same stuff that I've been eating for the last 10 years before races, so it's pretty simple, so yeah, no, it's just yeah, just like clockwork now, just know what I've got to do and just do it, so. Oh, Andreas. Oh, there's my boy. There's my boy. Oh, yeah. No.
But here he is, former CCC champion, second place in Western States this year, Hayden Hawks.
Oh man, look at my goosebumps.
There with the leading group.
Yes, at the refuge Patron, they showed him just a minute or so behind this group.
132.
This level. So there you see.
Oh yeah, there's literally like 7 of them together.
Less than a minute, just 30 seconds or so behind, and so you have 2 Americans at the top 10
So
after
good.
the checkpoint at Refuge Breton.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, but some good questions.
No more spread than that.
No,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Bill's in the mail.
I'll be curious to know at what checkpoint will these very sandwiches we're watching being made now, when they're going to be eaten, or will they get eaten?
They better. I'll be pissed off if they don't.
Well, that's just for the support crew and the camera crew.
He'll have them for breakfast on Sunday morning if he
Yeah.
doesn't eat them.
Well, wasn't that what you're saying? They're going to have like a 3,000 calorie post-race banquet?
Yeah. Yeah, no pizza afterwards. Crusty old peanut butter and... Oops.
Bonnie, what are you looking forward to?
Looking forward to seeing Scott cross the finish line in any capacity. I'd love him to do as well as he's hoping he can do. But yeah, my worst fear is that he doesn't finish, that he gets injured or he has stomach issues or whatever. So yeah, when he crosses that finish line, I'll be relieved. Yeah.
As much as excited.
So
Yeah.
yeah, looking forward to it, but just nervous.
Got the splits.
Je sens de magnifiques vibrations. Je trouve qu'elles sont tellement positives que cet événement qui est là, qui est juste... Maintenant, je crois qu'il y a place de coureurs. Ouais, je vais aller accueillir Pau.
Exactement, monsieur Pau Capel, déjà vainqueur de l'UTMB. Sous vos applaudissements, bien sûr.
we've just driven through Saint Gervais, and our next point we're going to Lake Contamine, and between Saint Gervais and Lake Contamine it's 10.2 k's of running for Scott, and it's about 7k driving for us.
And here we are at Contamine waiting for the lads to come through for the next checkpoint. Leading at the moment is Pau Capel from Spain, leading from Kilian Jornet. Scotty at the moment is right on, he's about 20 seconds per kilometre ahead of his pace, which is still pretty good on his time to date. And he's currently sitting in 14th position, about only maybe 2 to 3 minutes from the leaders.
Yeah, like I don't know, just didn't fucking click on Friday. You know, everyone's hoping for that dream performance and for all the stars to align, but it's like, yeah, there's fucking so much into it. And I mean, fuck, UTMB it's just a fucking hard race to get right. Like, it's so hard to get right. Like.
I mean, the thing is, yes, I think it will be hard to get on the podium with a bad start, but I hope he will push through.
I go from experiences. He was 35th here in 2019. He was going to pull out, and he caught two of his mates, and just get through the next checkpoint. You're going to pull out the 50k. He got to the next checkpoint, and then he just went. Although it's interesting, hard to explain why he suddenly is feeling the health issue.
I honestly, I just didn't feel like me, like running. It was just, yeah, like even running along the flat, you know, from the start to Lazouche, it was just like, yeah, it was just sort of, it was no faster than previous UTMBs, the start, and yeah, I just felt like I didn't have any power on the uphills. Yeah, my heart rate was just spiking like crazy. And then yeah, just on that first climb out of Lazouche, just yeah, another headache sort of came on. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, it feels like the race didn't even get started this year for me. Yeah.
He sent me a message. He said, "My body feels empty." I said, "Are you at the aid station?" He said, "No, I'm sitting on the side of the trail, just past Notre Dame de la Gorge." I said, "Okay, you know your body. What do you want to do?" He said, "My head is pounding." I said, "Do you need to pull out then? If you can't carry on, you can't carry on." He said, "I feel so guilty. I don't know what's wrong, but I don't feel right." I said, "You know your body best. If you can't push on, just say." He said, "I just don't know. I don't have the legs to get the result I want." I said, "If you think you can push through, keep going. It's a long way to go. You've been here before. We've all got your back." He said, "Okay, I'll walk a bit and see how I go." I said, "Walk fast." Laughing face emoji.
And that was the inspiration you needed?
I said, "You might come right." That end.
Attention,
So Scotty's just unfortunately pulled out of the race at Loch Combole. He's been feeling pretty unwell since the start of the race. It's where were we? Le Contamine, I think he would have pulled out at the end, but he decided to push on. Unfortunately, his body's just not up to it today, so he's pulled out at Loch Combole. He's feeling really shit. He's feeling guilty. He's feeling like he's let everyone down, but he hasn't. And we just said to him, look, it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up again. And that we're here to support him regardless of any results, and that's just, it's in the parent manual. So, we'll just go up now and, just be there for him.
Be around him, support him.
Yep. And he's still our Scotty, and he'll bounce back. This is just a blip. He'll be good. I mean, his training was perfect, and he's just not well. But he'll be back. He'll be back.
That Loch Combole was 67k. Loch Combole 67k.
I feel like a bad day I could have bounced back from and come good, but it was so bad. Like I was just digging and going nowhere, just fucking gutted. My whole, running career has had adversity left, right and centre, there's been, 2018 I think I DNF'd like 7 out of 9 races, so it's not like, DNF pulling out of a race is nothing new. It's not like I'm experiencing this new thing, like I know how it feels and it sucks when you don't finish, but as far as looking at, what I was doing in the preparation, I honestly don't think I could have done much more. I was training well, I was recovering well, I was eating well, because I was just ticking all the boxes and I was just so focused on it. Maybe, possibly, I was so focused on the result that I wasn't really engaged in the process of what was going to get me to that result. And it's hard because when you're as fit and as strong as you've ever been, obviously you're going to want to, shoot for the stars and aim for the, the big one kind of thing. My dream in the beginning was to just run this race. I feel like that was the dream. It was back when I first saw UTMB and heard about UTMB, it was just a dream because I was just starting trail running in my career, and so it was just man, there's this race that goes through 3 countries, far out, I wonder if I can ever do that race one day, and I think, the goal I think for me now with UTMB is just to just have my best performance, because every year that I've been to UTMB, there's kind of been something kind of in the way or that's happened that has meant that I haven't been here as the best version of me. And I think that's why it's so frustrating for this year, is because I felt like I was the best version of myself this year, and I think the goal now for UTMB is to just have the performance that I know that I can have, and until I have that performance, I'm not going to stop. I can't, I know that I just need to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, and it doesn't matter how many times I get knocked over, I'm still going to get up and turn up again, the following year, and I just need to keep trying and, learn from each experience and, keep pushing on. I think initially, failure meant you're not good enough. You can't hack it. You've failed. It's a bad thing. But now it's kind of I don't know. It's almost just failure's part of the process and part of the journey. And if you don't want failure, don't stand on the start line of ultra marathons, because there's literally no guarantees. I can't look at it as, okay, well you've been third, so anything less than third's a failure. And I think that's probably part of what the mindset was like, okay, well you've been third at UTMB, you've been second at CCC, so like you need to get on the podium again. Like that's success. Whereas, you know, success was going to be running faster than 21:41 because it would have been a PB on the course, you know. So it's like, yeah, I just need to make sure I don't lose sight of that on the pursuit to, you know, hopefully winning races and stuff. But I need to remember that, like, you know, winning races or getting on the podiums is going to be a byproduct of running for the right reasons. And when I'm running along, smiling and having fun, that's when I'm running my best. And so I just need to remember that, yeah, like any results on podiums or whatever are going to come, you know, off the back of me having fun and enjoying it and just, you know, playing in the mountains. So. Yeah, there's going to come a day where, yeah, I'm not a sponsored runner anymore, but you're still going to find me in the mountains. You know, like it's just where I'm going to be and doing what I love doing, and I'll be the 80-year-old at UTMB.
Knowing that he's still looking for that, what you might call the perfect race. And I don't know if anyone will ever have a perfect race. And he might say, to date, he hasn't found it. But in the pursuit of shooting for the stars, if you hit the moon, it's still a pretty good goal to reach.